Hi, it's Fiona Fernandez. Here I am. I'm over the table tonight. And I live in Pyrmont and I'm a Stampin Up independent demonstrator. And I like to play with my Stampin Up products on a Wednesday night and share some fun with anyone who's watching. And I just like to sit back and relax, and I never know what I'm going to make before I start, so we work that out as we go along. So I'll just find my page and get my screen up, so let me know if you're joining me or if you're crafting with me. You don't have to comment if you want to, you're welcome to. If you don't, that's fine too. Alright, just check my sound, it's all good. Great, so if you're joining me for the first time and you have never heard of Stampin Up, Stampin Up is a company, it's based in America, but it's all over the world, and they put out an annual catalogue. They started with, here's the beginning story, Shelley's the mum, and Sarah is the daughter. Sarah Douglas is now the CEO. So we've got Shelley here, and this is all in the front of the catalogue. You can find the information on the website as well. Hi Steph, welcome. So they love to share what we do, and love what we do, share what we love as we help others enjoy creativity and worthwhile accomplishments. I really love that. So that's the thing there. You can actually get the poster as well if you want that. But they sell products as well, obviously, to make cards or any sort of paper crafting. You can use your imagination, let it run wild, and I like helping my team use their imaginations. They help me use my imagination. It's great having a team. And at the moment the Sale-a-Bration is on. So they have Sale-a-Bration. They're only doing it once a year now. So if you're used to having it twice a year, don't hold out till later, because this is it. It finishes 28th of February. So what they did was they started with this little brochure, and this shows you a whole lot of the things in there. And then they've got more things that they added to the Sale-a-Bration part way through. So halfway through they added these bits. So these are things you can already buy in the catalogue. So if you're going to choose them as a Sale-a-Bration item, you need to make sure, if you're a customer, just choose it from the list that shows up in that part of the screen. If you're a demonstrator, you need to actually use these numbers to get them as a freebie on your purchases. So you need to spend $90 to get one of these things, and $180. And again, in here there's things the same as that. So wherever it says free with $180 spend, you can get that item. So there's the information there. And I just happened to open the page to Eden's Garden. That's actually on the new lot. So that's here on the $180 spend. You can get that whole stamp and the dies as well. So there's dies. Now I couldn't find my dies just now, so they're around here somewhere. I got this out because I might use it at my retreat in a couple of weeks. It's a really good stamp set for doing what I'm doing for my retreat day. So yeah, that's really cool to be able to get that for free. So that's one of the things. I thought I'd just run through it quickly with everyone, because we've only got a few days left. It's the 22nd today, and it finishes on the 28th. So I've just got a couple of bits out to show you. So I'll just keep my little thing on the table. So that's one of the things you can get for $180 spend. Now if we've been through this before, and I'll just do a quick, I didn't get everything out, but I'll just sort of show you as well on the table. So we've got the owls. I did that the other week. I did some, oh hi Tina, I did some Valentine's Day cards with that, so it was fun. I've got a carrot card here. I've got my cards out that I still have. Some of them I've already sent, so I can't show you, but you would have seen them in my other lives, so if you want to go back and look at those over the last few weeks. There's one of my carrot cards. And what else have we got here? So it's great for inspiration too. You can, and they've mixed them with other things. So if you want to know what's in them, as a demonstrator, we can look them up in the demonstrator website, and they have a recipe section for us, so we can tell you what's in them if you need to know. and or if you want to join, you're welcome to do that. We'll get to that in a minute. This one here is so pretty, so I've used that on this card. This is the Dainty Flowers, and that's just a really easy, simple card, but it looks so gorgeous with that paper. Love it. So that one is a mixture of things. Again, I've used a mixture of stamp sets, and which one did I use on that? Can't remember which one. That's off now. The magic of you. I don't have it on my desk, but I can look them up for you. Okay, so that's the Dainty, and that actually coordinates with the Dainty Delights bundle, which is in the catalogue. Then you've got the farmyard ones. I didn't get that out, but it's paper, and it coordinates with the bundle as well. So if you bought that bundle from the catalogue, you can get that paper for free, because that's $90. Hi Amanda, welcome. Just going through the Sale-a-Bration quickly because it's such a good deal and it's almost over, so don't miss out if you had your eye on something. And you can always use DSP. It's double-sided. There's so many things you can do with it, you know, little bags, little boxes. Use it for your what do you call those things, with your photo pages. There's backgrounds in your photo pages, all sorts of things you can do. And this one again coordinates with a Fragrant Flowers bundle. I don't have that one, but it all coordinates, so you can use the paper with that. So if you bought that one, that's $85.50. You can buy them in cling, which is red rubber, or photopolymer, those stamps. Photopolymer's the clear ones. These are the red rubber ones. See how they got red rubber on them? Red rubber. So you have a choice there which ones you like the best, and you could just add something from the clearance rack if you only want to spend $90. There's some little things in there, or add an ink pad or something like that. They're not a lot more, and you can get your paper then for free. Now this one here, I did get that back out. Where is it? This stamp. I haven't played with this one yet. I did this one week and framed it, so I'm wondering whether to do that tonight. I'm having to think about that. But isn't it a gorgeous stamp? So you can just see it so much better when it's in real life, you know, to what's in the catalogue. It's nice looking at catalogues, but it's also so much more fun playing with the real thing. So these ones are the cling stamps, and look at the detail on them. They're just gorgeous. Love that. It just looks like a little artwork when you do those. That one's actually been embossed. Maybe we'll have to do that. Oh, having thoughts. This one here, I've done, this is the Beautifully Happy. And I did quite a simple little one there. And then I did still simple, but and that is all just, that one's coloured in with my pencils. Just a bit of fun, and a little tiny bit of blender pen or water over that. I think I used a blender pen over that. And this one is stamped. You just stamp it. It's 2 lots of stamps. Look. Stamp, stamp. Boom, you're done. Look how arty it looks. I love the dots too. Oh, there's a bee. Couldn't go past the bee. We're the Busy Bees, so my team is called the Busy Bees. Hi, Di. Oh, it's not letting you listen to me. Well, that's not very good. Have you clicked the little icon on your screen? There's a little speaker icon on your screen. Oh, she can't hear me. Let me type that. Oh, hang on a second. Clicked the little icon on the screen. Speaker icon. Because that gets me sometimes. Let's see what she says. Oh dear. Oh, she can hear me now. Yay. Was that the problem? Yep, so that's a really fun stamp set, that one. Now, Beautifully Happy is with $180 spend. So you need to spend a little bit more for that one. And then we get over the page and we've got this beautiful Dandy Designs paper. Let me just put them over there. I didn't, like I said, I didn't get everything out. I just got some samples, and this is not the Dandy Designs. This is Dainty Flowers. That was the first one I had out before. That's Dainty Flowers. Look how pretty that is. There's so much variation. So even if you don't like flowers, you've got a big paint splotch to play with. You don't have to play with flowers. Look, they're amazing. They're just beautiful. The Dainty one, hang on a second. I will grab the Dainty one. It's so beautiful. Really pretty. This is it. Dandy Designs. Look how big that is. It's a great big packet of paper. So if you spend $180, you can get all this, 48 sheets. And they are just gorgeous. Look. And I did make an hour card early on with this. But that's gone somewhere already. I've been getting better at sending my cards. I like looking at them. I like selling them, but I also like sending them. I've got a few in a couple of shops too. Hi Angela, welcome. What was the problem, Di? Okay, good. I'm glad you worked that out. I love this one. I don't know why. It just really speaks to me. I just love that paper. Isn't it gorgeous? Stars. Love it. Very nice. Now, I did discover something during the week. When I was talking last week, one of the cards I was looking at making, where is it? Let me see if I can find it. No, it was in the milkshake thing, wasn't it? Hang on, I've just got to find the catalogue. So last week, we were looking at a card. I don't know where the milkshakes are now. It's terrible, isn't it? Everything's stuck together because I took the sticky tabs out of my catalogue to put it in something, and now they're all sticking together. Oh, I made that card last week. That was gorgeous. Where is it that one? No, it wasn't that one, was it? I think it was on the milkshake page. Hang on, let me find the milkshakes. Let me go to the back. It's quicker sometimes. Share a milkshake is page 12. See, we would have been going right to the beginning of the catalogue. Oops. See this paper here? I was trying to work out what that was out of, and I found it. It's in. Let me think for a second. It's in the Rain or Shine, if you're looking for that one. This is not a Sale-a-Bration item, but I just want to quickly show you that I found it. Look, there it is. I was looking for it, and I found it. Isn't it pretty? So much prettier in real life. There we go. That's just so you know, because I mentioned it last week in my live. So I'll tell you that. Right, let's get back to celebrating. Anyone celebrating with me? We're celebrating tonight. Okay, I did make a couple of these. They're in my box to go somewhere. I might have used them already actually. They're so cute, aren't they? So that's a die you can get and make up these little bonbons, and you can make two sizes. You can make them the size like there in the box, like the little squares, or you can go one size out, so it's a tiny little bit bigger. You can fit, you know, little chocolates or something in there. You can fit a lip gloss in that. Really handy to know. Right, and then we get to the host set. So if you spend or have a party and you get $500 worth of sales, you can get this for absolutely free. So if you're ordering it yourself online and you spend $500, make sure when you go into your Sale-a-Bration section, you get to choose your Sale-a-Bration items. You have to click on the plus signs to open up what's below them. So I did it myself today. So you do have to click on those little plus signs to open up what's below it, and you actually have to select this to get it. You still get it for free, but you have to select it. So it's like you have to go and select the other items you want out of your Sale-a-Bration catalogue as well. You just click on the ones you want, but there's only one in this section, but you still have to click on it. All right. So if you display the $90 ones, the $180 ones don't show. They've just got a title and a plus sign. So then if you want to go down and look in the $180 section, you need to click on the plus symbol, and it opens up the next bit. It'll close the one above it and open the one below it. So just be aware of that when you're doing your orders. And also, if you're spending that much, you'll get Stampin' rewards as well if you don't use the host code. So that's why I have on my sheet here, please use my host code under $250. If you order over $250, don't use the host code, because you'll get Stampin' rewards on your order. And make sure you choose those. Oh, excuse me, I've got a cough. Oh, sorry. It's they're tickling me throat. Yeah, so just make sure you don't miss out on your Stampin' rewards because you can't get them later. You have to get them then. And if you have any questions, please ask. Happy to help. You nearly forgot I was on. Oh no. It's alright, you can always catch me later on the replay. But I'm glad you came along and joined us. So now, just before we finish this little section, what have I still got on the table here? I've still got this paper. Now this was in the extra section. This was in the extra lot of stuff that they put on this paper. And I did make a card with one of these one week. But these are some of I've just got a quarter share here. These are the Enjoy the Journey papers. Aren't they beautiful? Look at that one. They're really pretty. And we did a little mountain card the other week. Oh, look at the stars. See? So pretty. And that goes with the whole suite collection as well. You can buy the whole collection if you wish to. So, right. There's that other paper we were looking at a minute ago. Have a little quick flick through that to refresh your memory. I think Amanda made a lovely card the other day using this. You might all have made a lovely card, but I saw Amanda's. Look at that. They're so vibrant. They just look so rich and lovely. Beautiful, beautiful paper. Right, oh, and that was the other one. We've done that one already. And we have to decide what we're going to do now. Just before we do that, we'll just have a quick look at the sale, the join special. And then we'll move on. Now, just before we do that, we've got this honeycomb folder here. Hive 3D embossing folder. That's what it looks like when you use it. That's one of the Sale-a-Bration $90 spends. Okay. The honeybee stamp set is in the catalogue, in the mini catalogue, in this one. Okay. And what do we got? We've got some clouds, and I used the clouds the other week. I don't know if I've still got that card or not. We did use the clouds. Let me see if I've got a feeling I've done something with it. No, can't see it. I might have used it. It's good to use our card. Oh, I've gone all out of... I have to get focus going. So that's the cloud folder. So I don't have all the things in this Sale-a-Bration. And I've actually today, because I put an order in for my retreat, so I've got my retreat happening in March, and that's registrations are closed now, but I put an order in for those ones, and it means I could get a couple more Sale-a-Bration items, so that was nice. And it also means I can use them to give back to my customers and get things that way, so that's really good too. Right, let's put that over there. Get rid of that one. Not sure, we might play with this one. Just put all that over there so we don't get confused. So the join offer, if you're not a demonstrator already and you go, what on earth is she talking about? They call you a demonstrator when you join because the idea is you demonstrate and share with your friends and stamp together, and then if other people want to buy something or join, they can join under you or buy from you, and you benefit from that. So that's a plus. There are minimums to meet, so we can talk about that. But the idea is that we share it and love it. I love it. So we share it. I do it. And yeah, so they have join offers. So basically you don't have to demonstrate to anybody if you don't want to. You can just buy it for yourself. And you can join for the great offer and just leave it there if you want to. And you do get 20% off your next orders though for the next, until your next quarter is finished. So if you join in the middle of a quarter, where are we now? It's February. The quarter ends at the end of March. So if you join now, you'll get to the end of the next quarter to get your minimums, which is great because you've got more than 3 months. So that's what, March, April, May, June. You've got to the end of June. So you've got that time to purchase a few more things if you want to and get your 20% off. If you go up in levels, you can get up to 25% off on your orders, and again with minimums. But you don't have to do all that if you don't want to. You can just join and get the great deal, which is really good right now. I mean, this is the best one I've seen since I've been in Stampin' Up. And usually they give you pay $169 and you get to choose $235 worth of products. So at the moment, option 3 is just the products. You join for $169, the same price to join, but you get $315 worth of products to choose, and you choose whatever you want. If you want one of these minis, that's the blue one, the blue boho blue. It's the new one out, and you can't get this unless you join. So that's a really good deal. You pay a little bit extra, $210, but you still get to choose $315, which is really good value. So I did a little spreadsheet so I wouldn't get too confused. There's my little spreadsheet. And when you work that, the boho blue mini machine, the value minus the price is $275.50. So that's awesome. I'm like, why wouldn't you? If you're wanting some products, and if you want things that aren't all crafty and you don't want to store stuff, the kits are fantastic for that too. So I've actually got a few extra kits in the Sale-a-Bration part, this one, because there's a couple of kits in here as your freebies, and so I've got some of those, and I'm going to do a little class on them, because then I've got a few kits already for people, and we can have a little crafty day and do that. So I just thought I'd mention that all because it's only a few more days left, and this is the little mini. You've seen me use this before, if you've been here before. If you're new, this is how you put your plates in the bottom, and it tells you, oh well, it's a bit rubbed off now, but when you get it, it tells you what plates to put together. So you get some plates to do embossing as well, and there are small embossing folders that you can put in here. So the mini just fits some of the dies, not all of them. So in your catalogues, it'll tell you in here if something fits in the mini. Let me go to dies. See how it's got mini there? If it's got the word mini, those dies, all these dies will fit in this little machine. And it's so cute. It just makes me smile every time I pick it up. Reminds me of a little handbag. So cute, isn't it? Oh. And this one's not too heavy either. So the bigger one is quite heavy. So that's the wrap. If you want to join, talk to me before the 28th, because you can still join after that, but you'll be back to the normal deal. So it's a great time to join right now. So that is my wrap on all of the Sale-a-Bration things, or most of them. And just have a look online. You can pop over to my shop there and check that out. All the links there. And now something else new is coming. That's Sale-a-Bration, but something new is coming. And I'll put a post up later. I've put some posts up already about this. So that was the online exclusives coming on the 1st of March. So that's after Sale-a-Bration finishes. These will be coming online. So if you're wanting to join this week before the end of February, you can actually add this to your starter kit and get these products early, which is exciting. So a card I made the other day, where did I stick that? I had a class on Sunday, and we had a lovely fun time doing card and cover, but I made them some cards and I've still got one left. So I did a variation of this in lots of different ways, and I'm working on some posts to put up over the next few days with the different cards on there. So this one I actually stamped in black on the flowers, and then I die cut them out. I die cut the leaves out of the paper, the DSP, Designer Series paper. The Create was made with the lettering that's coming in the online exclusives. So this is the lettering. It's bigger than what you see on the packet, see? It's like double. So quite big. And then the bling, I used this bling that was already in their catalogue, Iridescent Pastel Gems. They went really nicely with that. And the other bling is the loose frosted dots that comes with the set. so they all coordinate quite nicely. And look, I even stamped an envelope. Look at that. I don't often do that. And I thought, yep, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Look, I even stamped inside. Thank you, everybody. Woohoo. What's the height of the letters? Nobody wants to know. The height of the letters is 22 and a half, if you want to be precise. About 22 millimeters. Yeah, it's just a little tiny bit more. Okay, can you see that? In case you can't hear me. There we go. Hold it that way. That's how big they are. They're great. And you get lots of letters in them. So when you open it up, ta-da! And look, there's all these little green leafy bits. I love them. And I actually used them on the card here, behind here. And then the die cuts here are from the Irresistible Blooms, the Hello Irresistible set, this one. And I used the background here from this die cut. And that's just the DSP at the back. So it wasn't terribly hard to make. It was just a little bit time consuming colouring in, but I like colouring in, so I had a great time making all that. It's good fun. Yeah, they're really nice. So check that out on the 1st of March if you're not a demo yet. I'll put that back in there with that. All right, let's have some Sale-a-Bration time. Is anyone else crafting tonight? Let's get this one out. Uh-oh. Here we go. I think we'll use the big block. This one. I better find some embossing paste, embossing powder. I haven't embossed for ages, have I? Get lazy, that's the trouble. Let's get all this out. I've actually ordered the new masks as well in the Sale-a-Bration section. Oh, here I had a punch on the table to show you. Look, I'll see if I can get my face in the picture. Hi. I don't know if I can see me. I have to look at the screen. No, I got it the wrong way. Where am I? No, that's my teeth. Oh, it's a bit hard doing this. There you go. No. I can't see myself in it. There we go, that'll do. But I use my mirror effects knife. Saves having to have a thing up over the table. Now, what colour are we after? Let's see. What did they do in that little book? Let's have a look. If you can't think of what to do yourself, that's okay. You don't need to, because Stampin' Up take care of everything. Right, look at this one. So they've done that with, it looks like gold embossing. Oh, that looks cute. So the question is, do we colour in first and then emboss? Or no, we'd need to emboss first, wouldn't we? And then colour in around it. Oh, let me think. Oh, you want to follow along with me? Wow. Have you got this stamp? If you haven't, you can use another stamp. I'm going to emboss with gold by the look of it. And I'm just wondering whether to use my Stamparatus and stamp in a basic colour first and then stamp again. Oh, cool. Right, let's do it. Oh, that's exciting. Anyone else? Anyone else crafting with me? Right, I'm going to get my Stamparatus out. Okay, because this is a cling stamp, I'll take it back off there now. We need to take out the base of this. So this is a great tool to have in your kit. I bought this very early on before I joined, because I just really liked the look of it and how handy it was. You can do a lot of things with it. Now I do the back of my cards, so I keep my stamp on there the whole time. And I'll just put that over there for now. So we've got two, comes with 2 plates, and that one's looking a little bit used. Alright, and it's up to you how you use it. I just, you know, you can use it this way, you can use it this way, you can, whatever is comfortable for you. I'm just going to do that. And one thing I do is put something under here when I'm, you can use a stamp set, or oh, that's a little bit higher. The other thing that I find really good is an ink pad. Let me just grab. Oh look, pretty peacock's coming back, so I got it back out of the cupboard. See, that sits on an ink pad really nicely. The stamp pad, the stamp thing is a bit thicker. So I like that there for resting it on there when I'm doing stuff. So I think we'll put that on there. And again, you can line up your card in the corners. I don't like to go too close to the edge because sometimes I find it doesn't stamp as well right near the edge. So I'm going to go like that. And then I'm going to get my white card. Got a black top on tonight, so I got black card out. I wasn't sure what I was doing. So I think we'll do a couple of layers. Looks like they've got a couple of layers. So we'll go a couple of layers. I've just got to, actually, you know what? I think I've got one cut already. I've been cutting them up like this so that I've got them in my stash, ready to use. And then they fit inside my card as well. So you can either line it up before you put it on or after. I'm just tossing up. I can trim it down if it's too big, can't I? Just not sure how big I want it, so I'm going to go bigger rather than smaller. Just line it up. So you can use your lines underneath there to line it up. So if you want to line your card up first and then put your stamp on it, I think I'll do that, show you that one. You can put your card on. If you're going to do a few, I'd line it up on a line that's easy to line up, and then like I said, you could put it in the corner, but I'm going to put it out here. Got magnets to hold things down. Make sure you keep your magnets apart. They do stick together if you let them. Alright, I'm just going to sort of center it. I may end up cutting it down a bit, but I'm just not sure what I'm doing yet, so I just play with it like this. So then you just pop your thing down, pick up your stamp, and I'm going to stamp that one with something not too dark. I'll go, yeah, look, just use crumb cake. Just to get like a brownie. Just got the picture sitting there. So then I just, because I've got that ink pad underneath, I can just put this on top. This is one of the old ink pads. Think about a bit different to the new ones. Get the ink on there, and so just to be sure we know where we're lining this up, or we can sort of look at it later, but it's better to get it in the same spot. I'm going to get a sticky and just find the sticky part. And I'm going to put that up there. Always keep stickies handy. There's it sticky everywhere. So we've got our top corner. See, that one's not quite right. I'm going to go right up against there. So I remember which corner I had it on. Right, put that away. Let's give it a good push. Or get yourself one of these and go like this. Ooh. Look at that. Alright, and then I think I might just leave it on there and colour it in. I'm just waiting for that to dry for a second. So they've got lots of things they've done on there. Let's look at their picture again. That even looks like they've done a bit of water wash on there, doesn't it? Maybe they did do the embossing first. Doesn't matter how they did it. We'll just play. How are you doing it, Di? Just going to get a bit of green. Oh, we'll have to get some stamps to do some sentiments, won't we? I'll just use my blender pen. Just got to grab a blender now. See what happens when I do that. There we go. Just blend that a bit. Bit of green smeary happening. Where else do we want green? I'm using a different green. I think they've used something quite bright. I'm just using Old Olive, if you want to know what colour it is. This is a blender pen, so it's sort of wet already. You could use watercolours, but I think the base will wash out too much if I put too much on there because of the crumb cake. It's a lot of fun because you can just play like an artist, you know. I didn't have to draw the picture. I like drawing too, but it's nice to just play with the one that's already drawn. Oh look, there's another pot plant up there. I'm going to do that another colour. Oh look, there's one there too. Some of them are wet covered up afterwards, so we've just got to grab a bit of paper, get all the colour out of our blender. You can get the little grid sheets to sit on here too. I just haven't put one on. On my desk somewhere. Just forgot to put one on. I won't put it on now. So you can get these to go underneath, so you can use them to do your colour stuff on. Okay, let's get another green. Now this packet, I've got 2 packs of watercolour, so this is watercolour 2 and the other one's watercolour 1. I might just garden green and do these ones a bit brighter. Ah, that might be the colour they used. And see how it's got a bit of a red tip? It doesn't matter, it's not coming off on it. It just stains it a little bit. Oh, you used watercolour pencils? Cool. colours. Can't wait to see yours too. Alright, we need some orangey colours now, don't we, to go around that other bit. Might do some... Oh, I've got that one. Got a real orangey red there, haven't they? What's that one? That's real red. Not sure I want to go real red. Hang on, let's look in here. What's this one? Cajun Crease. Let's try that. It's not red, it's more brown. A little pot there. Colour the little pot in. And I think we'll do the stairs. They've done the stairs, and the front of the stairs will be gold, I think. I'll just do a little bit of there. And then might do a different colour. Must just be like a wash though, I think. Let's try this one. What's this one? Calypso Coral. It sort of looks like Calypso Coral. Just going to do a little bit like that. And then rub it with my blender. Blendy pen. Oh, see, I've got some Cajun in there. Put some up there. Oh. So you can do it like that too. Get it off the pencil so that you don't put pencil strokes on there. I'm not being too fussy about it because it's just like a little artwork. How are we going there? Oh, that's all covered up anyway, isn't it? With their little "You're on my mind." We may not, well, I'm not sure if we'll see that or not. So I think I'll just keep going for a bit because we might see it. I don't know what I'm doing. So you didn't rub the paper with anti-static. Oh, neither did I. Never mind. Did you already do your embossing? I'll go a little bit darker on that one. Oh, that'll probably have gold on it anyway, I think. Alrighty. I might do that one a bit more. See, that's got quite a lot on it now. See that? I got carried away, although I didn't put enough on there, did I? Should have put it on there more. They've got more colour in there. But they did use water. It'll look so different once we transform it. Let's get rid of this off here. It's got stuff all up the side of my blend there. Give that a bit of a wipe. See how the colour's coming off now? Look. It's almost gone. It's a little bit there. Done. Okay. Now remember, if you don't know how to put your pencils back in the packet, I put dots on mine. That packet has a dot on it, and I put the dot ones back in there, and then I don't have to sort them all out. Nice and easy. You can see why. Oh, bright colours. Is that why they used bright colours? So I might need to go brighter, do you think? Okay, I'm just going to let that, I'll just get my heat tool up here. Get that out of the cupboard. Did I put on my embossing? Here it is. Okay. Gold. Where's my gold? Silver? Copper? Oh, copper. Maybe I should use copper instead of gold. No, I'll try gold. Got gold. Ready. Okay, we need some Embossing. Oh, I'll colour in more if I need to after. Tip some gold on here. Put my lid back on for a minute. And I've got my little tray. Just give it a brush out because it's been sitting there. There's no fluff in there. I'm going to give that a gentle tap just to get it to stick to the bits I want. That's not looking too bad. It's a bit wet up there where I was still colouring in, so that's gone a bit funny. So I just go like this with a brush. I'm not going to use the big brush. I've always used a little one like that. You could probably use this, but I think I'll just use the little one because I'm used to that. Just to get rid of that excess that was sitting there. And that's because it was still a bit wet from my blender brush. I was watching Mandy the other day and she said to tap, tap, tap. I flick sometimes. It depends what I'm doing. But with this one, I'm just going to tap. And see, again, this is a little bit wet down there. Another brush. Oh, there it is. You can just use a fine little brush to get in there. And this is where your little anti-static, the little pillow that comes with it, would have helped. That's what Diana was talking about. But because I was colouring in with the wet blender brush, I probably could have dried it first before I did this. Never mind. I think it'll be alright. Let's have a look. Missed a tiny bit just there, and I don't know whether that's... Let's have a look. I might have missed it with the Versamark. Look. Just there. Yeah, I missed it. I missed that little bit on the stamp. Right there, I can see it. Never mind. It will just have to be okay. It's a work of art, so you know. So when you've done that, you can just put that aside for a second. You don't have to heat it immediately. The important thing is that you get your powder onto it. And then you can just put your powder back. And your little thing. Here's your brush. This is why I don't want to use the brush on the card, because I don't want to contaminate it. I like to just use it to get my powder out of my tray. There we go, I think that's just about it. Put the lid back on. So I've just put all my little powders into a little container here. You can actually keep your brush in there if you want. I've got my brush and my tweezers over there, but you could keep them in all together if you wanted to. With your little pouch as well. Just a handy way to store them. Okay, now we just got to wipe the Versamark off my stamp. So yeah, I should have checked that before I stamped. So just on that little tip there, I totally missed the Versamark. Right. I'll just put that back on there for now, because I'm not sure what we're doing with it yet. And we'll just heat that one. Good old melamine board. It's good for things like this. Right. Yep. I might go in mid-air, hey? It's more fun when it's closer to the camera, isn't it? It's one of the early things I learnt. Don't burn your fingers. Ooh, I love embossing. Look at that. Now let me just check that top bit. Now I haven't quite got that top bit there. Let me check it. Okay, I mustn't have enough powder on there. Not much on there. Okay, and that's alright. So you can see all that. How's that? Put that over there, cool. Right. Now it's gone a little bit skewy, but once we stick it down, it'll be alright. We've got to work out what we're sticking it on yet. I did get my frame dies out though. Yes, I love these. That's the frame die, and I'm pretty sure that's the one they've used there. Yep, that one. So these are called Fabulous Frames. Look, this one might even be. I can't get that out. Might even fit in there. Oh no, it's a little bit too small. In my mind. we going to use on there? What sentiment will we use? Where's my Sale-a-Bration brochure gone? Oh, it's right in front of me. Oh dear. Let's use a Sale-a-Bration sentiment. Let's see, I've got that one out, but I couldn't see one in there that I like. Well, that matches it. Well, maybe we could use one of those. Alright, well that was on the page we're on, isn't it? Where's that stamp set? Let me just grab it. Or, hang on a minute, let's look in the... Dear friend, hi, hello there. What have we got on here? What about... Anyone got a favourite sentiment out of here? We'll go on our card. We could do hello there, couldn't we? Alright, while we're thinking about our sentiment, I'll leave those there for a minute. Yeah. That's the one I'm working on, this one. Let's get something out of the way. Let's get that out of the way, because we're going to need to bring in the big machine so that we can die cut this frame out of something to match. Now, do I need more colour on my card? Does anyone need more colour on that picture, maybe? Sort of looks like it might need a little bit more. How's yours looking, Di? Yeah, it does look a little bit dark, doesn't it? I mean light, not dark. Cherry cobbler. Just wondering whether to go a little bit redder in there. Let's give it a bit more oomph. You have your good points. I'm just going to get a bit of water out of that and wet it a bit more. Maybe that'll be better. Oh, made it too wet. We can dry it again a bit. We need to work at it a little bit more. A bit more green in here, like their one. That's better. That feels better. Blend it a little bit more. There we go. It's got a bit more colour now. Ah, you wouldn't have thought to emboss them. Yeah, I've seen someone else emboss them. They look amazing. I do like that. That looks nice. Okay, we'll have to let that dry a little bit. And we'll get our other bits out. Right, we've got to find something to frame it with, and I think it'll have to be gold, won't it? Let's see if I've got any in my frame pack already, because I keep a pack of frames. Look. Ta-da! Oh, hang on a minute. What about that colour? Oh, that's nice. Maybe we don't need it to be gold because we've already got all that gold on there. That was lucky, wasn't it? It matches perfectly. I think I like that. How do you feel? Do you like it? So whenever I cut bits out, I just save the other bits, look. And you can use them. Now, the other thing you can do is keep the outside of the frame that you cut. Look. Oh, that'd be nice. Hang on a second. Get a piece of black out. Look. What about that on black? I'll cut the white down, of course. Well, maybe. I think so. Yeah, it makes a picture pop, hey. Do you like it on the black card? They've got it on a DSP, I think, their card. Oh, and they've got splatters in there too. I don't know. Do we need splatters? Do we need splatters? They've got little splotches. I guess it would give it a bit of something around the edges, wouldn't it? I like that. I don't think we're going to need to cut a frame. Because we just happen to have some. It's lucky. You know, I think this gold piece might be from the last card I made like this, with this stamp. And I cut a frame out of that. And so if you cut your cardstock slightly bigger than your frame, when you put it through the cutting machine, you end up with this piece as well. So you've got to measure it, of course, and just make sure you, well, it's almost even. I think I'll use that. Oh, thanks, Dimity. Right, well, I'm going to, oh, did we decide on a sentiment? Did anyone have a, I can't think which one. Do we want sending happy thoughts? Because it's quite happy now. Or will we, let's celebrate everything? Because that would sort of fit. Down there. What do you think? Let's celebrate everything. And then I don't want to cover my picture up. I don't really want to cover it all up. Let me just see what it looks like covering up that white. Right. I'm just seeing what that looks like on the black card. I think we need to cover up all that white. Okay. Alright, let's think about that for a second. Find the trimmer buried under everything over here. Let's get rid of that off the table. It's okay, it's not too far, nothing's too far away in here. Don't lose the stamp, Fiona. I lost a stamp last week, do you remember that? It was stuck to the cardstock in case you missed the post that came later. I'd put cardstock down on my table trying to decide what colour. So I think if we go like that, I could stamp that on that card, or I could stamp it on a separate piece, I suppose. And pop it up. Yeah, maybe I'll pop it up, but I don't want to cover up the picture. Alright, so I need to work out where to trim this because I want it behind that frame. your little pieces, remember? A little box over there. Okay, if that sits about there. Go to there. The other thing you could do is, I've started doing this now, but I'll just tell you anyway, is to get that middle piece as a drop-in straight into there. You could use your frame in your machine. Probably should have done that, because then I would have ended up with a white frame as well. Oh, dang it. I didn't think quick enough. Now I've trimmed the ends off. We could have done that, and then you'd have exactly the same piece to slot into the middle of it. That's the other way we could have done it. Oh well, not today. Today we're doing it this way, and I'll just keep the little pieces. But yeah, it would have given us a white frame. Okay, so I just want to take a couple of mils off each side. See, that works, but we've got extra. The other way looks really nice too when it's inlaid. What else do we need to do? We need to score my card. Into that. It's going to be rugged. For some reason when I do that at the top it doesn't seem to work. It must be the way I push the blade or something. Much better when I do it at the bottom of the trimmer. I must put it on an angle. How's your card going, Di? You finished? Trim the edges off. Neat and tidy. Okay. Now I just happen to have my spare cards ready. Look, it's on that one. Pencil on that one. I have to turn it over. Smooth the edges down, because when I cut it, it goes towards the, so I've cut it from this side and it's pushed that down a little bit, but I've got a mark on there, so I'm just going to turn it over. So you just run your bone folder on the edges and it pushes them back down. Going to put that on the inside. Oh, nearly out of Tombow. Gee, I've been busy. Such a fun time at Card and Cuppa the other day. So nice. So relaxing doing it in a cafe. Well, it's relaxing anyway, but I like it because they have good music playing and we just had a great time with our cuppas, and we used the kits. So I got the birthday card kit, which is great because we can get organised. Okay. Now, this is tricky. So the only thing we're doing it this way, make sure I put it on square, won't I? I might just put a tiny bit of glue on here first. Yeah, I think next time do it with the frame. Cut it out with the frame thing, so you just stick it straight in. I'll put a little bit on there. This is not ideal doing it this way. You can do it, but probably should have done it the other way. And you know what I'm thinking. Who knows what I'm thinking? What did I just forget to do? Anybody? Who knows what I'm thinking? I just looked at it and went, oh, I forgot to do something. What was it? Let's see who can come up with it. No, it wasn't adhesive sheets. But that's not a bad idea, is it? Could have put them under the frame. No, it was something else. Isn't that gorgeous? I love that frame. So pretty. Look, I'll bring it up closer. Look at the... See, it's got all little dots in it. Look. So cute. Oh, it went all funny there. My screen went all funny. It's just a tiny little rough bit there. Nobody guessed? It's the splatters. We were going to do splatters. Never mind. We could do dots, but I guess I could still do a couple of little splatters. There's little dots there. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's a bit of embossing. Okay. Now this one will just fit on once I do it. Oh, I love that. Let's work out which way that goes. That's that brushed metal look. Love it. I love it when a card comes together. I do want a couple of splatters on there. What colour though? That's the question. Okay, we'll think about that for a second. Let's celebrate everything. Because we can. Will we do it on plain white? Yeah, we might do a bit of brushing on that. Whoops, sorry. Can't wait to see Diana's card. Look, I just got black all over them. Lucky I'm wearing black. Got my apron on and my black top. Oh, I went crooked, look. Nothing like a crooked stamper. We'll go sideways. I'll do it again. Let's try that again. Now, why did I go crooked? Occasionally you'll find the stamps a tiny little bit different to how you've stuck the label on. Or how the label fits on, I should say. It does happen sometimes. So I look at the back of it. Yeah, see, it's a tiny little bit out here. So the front looks a lot straighter. So if that happens, I usually just put a little mark. If I pick it up before I put the label on, I try and put the label on to match the actual stamp. And if it's a huge difference, you can ask Stampin' Up about it, and they sometimes may replace them if they're not right. But this one's only a tiny bit out. So I'm inclined to mark my stamp next time and put a little mark. I've got other stamps and I've put a little arrow on it. I might have put the label on a bit crooked there because it's sitting a bit funny there. Anyway, we'll give it a go. So what I do is I know, so the word celebrate is coming up higher up the stamp than it looks here. So I just bring it down a little bit when I stamp it. And you sort of have to resist the urge to straighten it back up again. Let's see how I go. Yes! Winner, chicken dinner. There we go. So it's not the end of the world if they're off off a little tiny bit. I mean, it's a bit annoying, but you can deal with it. So the other thing you can do is trim it a little bit if you really want to, but I don't worry about that. I have had some that were right off and Stampin' Up replaced them for me. But this one, I just noticed it then when I stamped it. So it's possible. And the other thing is, if you stamp it on a bigger piece, you can trim it around anyway, so it doesn't matter. It's only if you're trying to line it up on something like this. Right, let's put that back before we lose it. So I might put it off to the side a little bit. Let's get my scissors. Some little snips. I'm thinking I might dauber it a little bit to give it a bit of colour. No, I'm not snipping that. Snipping them with my scissors is not my forte. I'm good with a lot of things, but that's not one of them. Much better to do it with the trimmer. I'll keep that one because I can still use it. Just put it in the box with that one. Push all that down. Alright, let's get the rest of this together. Oh, we'll think about splatters in a second. I do feel like it needs something. Alright. Just sort of thinking I might put that on the frame a little bit like they've got theirs. They've put it up a little bit. And the question is, do we want any string around this before I put that gold frame on? I think it might go a bit funny with the gold frame. Needs something, doesn't it? Just grab the ribbon box. There. Alrighty. Now, what will we put on there? You want a bit of string? I'm getting low on this one. Oh, a bit of black. A bit of both. What do you think? Who's got a preference? Anybody? It's white, black, this colour and that colour. Now this is like crumb cake, the one I stamped with. All of the above. What else have we got in the box? It's in the box. Okay. Sure if it matches it or not with the gold. Oh, my tummy's talking. I don't think it'll really work if I go behind it. Because we've got the other frame. Although that is different. I do like doing different things with ribbon. I don't like it being conventional. sometimes I do. I quite like that with a bit of a slant on it. Maybe we could put that up a little bit higher than the gold frame. Let me just pick that up. Let me see. Could just. No, I won't cut it yet. I like the slope of that. Like going down like that. And then sweeping back up. You know how it was? Go back how it was. You know, sort of swishy. Like that. I know I'm fiddling around, but I've got to fiddle with it. Oh, this is just not right. It's not sitting right now. Dang. It's not going where I wanted it to. All right, let's think about that because it just needs to rest for a moment. I think I need to do some sort of a little splattery thing because I've got a lot of white going on. Who's in for a splatter? I'm just deciding whether to go. What have we got? I'll just grab one of my blends. Oh, I've got bronze. I've got a bronze. Ivory. Forgot that I bought them. Oh, there you go. Like, let's try that on another piece of card. We'll splatter another piece. See what that looks like before we splatter that one, just in case. I wouldn't want to ruin it all. Not now. I'll grab another bit of paper. I wonder what this one turns out like. Oh look, that might work, you know, it's just enough. So you just sort of go off the side of your lid like that. Look, can you see that? It's a tiny little splatter there. I reckon that's just enough. That's ivory. I think it's just enough splatter for me. Yeah, let's do it. Ready? How did I do it? It's always more nerve-wracking when you do it on your real card. And it's probably a good idea to do it before you start. Yes, you just needed something. A little bit more there. Oops. That'll do. And then I just wipe the edge of my lid with the tissue. Put it back on. So that's the ivory blend. That one comes, there's a bronze blend as well. Actually, we'll just see what colour the bronze is while we're here. Ooh. Oh, that gives you something a little bit dark. Oh, that's a nice variation. Look at that. Maybe we'll put a couple of them on as well. Look at that. Just a little bit. Oh, I love that. Yeah. And that covered up that little dot. Right. That was nice. I'm glad I found that. Forgot I bought them. Just in my blend box. Yeah, I'll bring it up there. That's better, isn't it? Right, now we're getting somewhere. Right, now we have got another card ready to roll. Put that back in there. And we just need to decide about this string thing. And I was going to, tossing up whether to put a bit of colour around the edge of that to bring it up a bit. I think I will. Right, now here's the trick, because they all look orange. There's another bit of colour. Just see, that looks really yellow, but it looks really orange, so don't be fooled by that. Always good to check it first. I sneeze. That one's better. I just want a tiny little bit of colour. See? Just enough to frame it. And you don't lose it in the background so much. And see, I didn't even have to go and get an ink pad for that. But do check it on your paper, because I've got another colour in here. I can't remember which one it was, but it's very, looks like one colour on there, on the daubers. And when you go to use it, it's like totally different. So always check them on a spare bit of paper. Yeah, that's better, look. Let's see it now. And I want to say, just looked at yours and my colours are so similar. Oh, yay! Wow. That's exciting. Are you putting string on yours? See, that's even nice without the gold, but I do like the gold. Okay, so if we put the gold on, and we put, I'll put that up on a dimensional. Now that I look at theirs, they've actually put theirs up on dimensionals, the frame. But I've already put it onto my card, so never mind. Oh well. I could put this bit up, but I think that might look funny, because it's a little thin piece. It's a bit rough there. Right, let me just put that there. Yeah, I think I need to stick it down because it's gone a bit wonky. Alright, what do we do with the string? Quite like the black. But then is it too... What have they got? They've got it tied in a bow. What if we it around for a second and see what it looks like. I'm concentrating. Who else is concentrating? Anyone else? Oh yeah, I'm going to have the gold flame fat. Yeah, I'm wondering about that because I've got this string on it. So if I put that down and then put that up a tiny bit, just seeing what this string looks like. I'm not chop it off yet. What do you think of that? So put that up a little bit. Do you like the black string, or should I mix a colour with it? Like, I'm just wondering whether to mix this one with it. Let's just mix it a bit. So we've got a mixture going on. I could tie them both together. I think I like the two. You like the black string? Do you like the mixture string? Like if I tied them together as a bow? Anybody? Black with gold twine. Oh. Hang on a minute. I might just have some. Yeah, get some of that. I could do that as a bow. That might be better, hey? This is why we have a village. Alrighty, let's try that. Whew, nearly there. We're nearly there. Let's just undo that one. Okay. Chop that off. Alright, let's see if we got enough of this. Oh, look at that. Joking. Look at that. That was yucky anyway, so we had to get rid of that. You wouldn't have to use all this. If you don't want to go around the back of things, you can always just, if you don't like wasting all your twine, you can attach things behind so you're not having to do the whole loop-de-loop thing. For this occasion. How many times did I go around before? Can't remember now. Oh dear. Make me think. Where was I? Right. 1, 2. That's what I did, wasn't it? And I've got enough to tie. Yep. That's pretty, isn't it? Okay, I am going to stick something on the back of it as I find something. There it is. To hold it all together. Give that a good push so they don't move. Now I want to put that one under there. Tie it. I think I'll tie it. I often just tie it straight in a bow, but because the twine's moving a lot, the gold twine, pull that tight. Not too tight, but tight enough, because you want it to be firm. Did I go too long? I mean, you know, too long on one side is what I meant. Hopefully I've got it sorted. So with this twine in it, I'm going to need to put a glue dot. Not sure if that's too big a knot there. Looks a bit big, doesn't it? I don't know. Don't like the way it's sitting. Oh, it's not terrible. I'll have to trim that one off. I don't like my bow. I think I'll do that again. And I'm not liking the knot. Bring that back a bit. Let me try that again. It's just that little bit harder with the gold twine. That's better. And then I'll put I might leave that up there. I'll put a glue dot under it in a minute. Right. That's better. Except now the sentiment's not going to sit there. Don't worry, we're nearly there. We'll get there. We'll get there in a minute. Let's make that a bit smaller. Okay, I'm going to secure that before we do anything else. Where's my mini glue dots? Right. Tools. I need to do some precision work. Oh, stuck it on my finger. They're quite sticky, these things. Right, I'm putting a glue dot under there to stick all that into. Just give it a good push into that, because I don't want it to move. And then we want some dimensionals. Now it's going to be a bit tricky here. I want to go on the top of it. So I'm using the mini ones, so I can go either side of that ribbon. You know, the twine. over. Ooh. I want to go a bit further. There we go. Right. Oh, that's better. Now it's happening. Look. Okay. I'm top. So I don't mind that piece long. Might leave them a little bit long because we've still got to put in the card yet. Right, let's move something. And that line back in the packet. Dimensionals. Right, tidy the desk. Looks tidy, doesn't it? For a bit anyway. Oh dear. We're nearly there, look. Okay, now I just got to make sure we centre that. So this would have been good to have adhesives on. As in the adhesive sheet. Oh, you have to go, Di. Okay. Oh, I don't think so. I think yours will probably look fantastic too. You'll have to show me later. Pop it in my group. That'd be lovely. If anyone wants to join my Facebook group, just look it up in my page. It's for crafting, not necessarily just Stampin' Up, any sort of crafting you're doing, so we can support and encourage each other. Inspire each other. Hopefully I'm inspiring people. It's one of my aims. Apart from just having fun. I have fun too. So I'm just using the liquid glue. Very, very small bits of it. And just remember if it's a new bottle, just be really careful. Mine's really close to the end. So you don't have to squeeze it very much to get it out. Yeah, I think I've got enough. You see, you don't need a lot. Right, be careful with this. Ooh. I don't want to be moving it too much to look on the camera. See if I've got it centered. Ooh. That a push down. Ooh, now we need lots of dimensionals. No, you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking I need my strips. So Stampin' Up have strips of dimensionals, adhesive foam adhesive strips, which I think I'll use for this one rather than millions of dimensionals, because it's a bit like, because it was a bit wet. It needs a good structure and it would look better, I think. I'm just going to measure that. Go to there. That one back. And I'm going to cut the next one as well, because then I'll have two the same. And that way I can just go in a little bit from the edge. Oh, did I go too long? I might just trim that off a tiny bit. You could keep that if you game. If it will stay there. Give that a good squash there. Take that little piece off. Right, now I'll just put one across the bottom. Oh, cut the extra one there. How long are they? I'll just use these ones. Because you can keep the excess as something else. And see, when we stick that on, it'll give it a nice frame around the edge. Just remember, you can use these for doing the shaker cards too, with a bit of the clear. And how much do I want to go short? Hang on. You can use the clear bits out of your. You can get window sheet cards as well, window sheets. But you can use, if you get a clear bit out of your stamps, you could use that as well if you haven't played with it too much and it didn't get scratched. But you can buy window sheets, so this stuff's really handy for that. Oops, see, my little piece dropped off. Back on the thing. Can't work out which side it is. There we go. It's probably just going to keep running away. Look, I'm just going to have to. If I was doing flowers or something like that, I'd keep it. But I'm not at the moment. So. Oh, it's just gone now. The only thing I'm wondering is whether to put one across the middle. I might just put a couple of regular. Where are they? The end of a packet. Just to give it a bit of extra body in the middle. Right, don't forget to take the papers off the back and the middle ones. We're leaving that one on there because that's just holding them in place. You probably could do my other trick with tear and tape and just take off a little piece of the paper like that and position things, but I've already taken them off now, so I'll just get going. Right, just have to be careful. We keep our little endy bits up. I'm going to stand up for this so that we can get it in the right spot. This, with the black card, or probably a lot of the cards, it won't move easily once you get it down. And they're sticking. There we go. So just keep your fingers under there until you're right And give it a press. Oh, I'm really liking that. Thank you everyone for helping me. Oh, we need bling. What time is it? Oh, goodness, look at the time. Oh, it's fun, isn't it? I have fun anyway. So see, that's given it a really nice little frame. I probably could have gone up a little bit higher there. Not everyone's going to be looking at that though. See? Gives you a nice edge on it. Rather than just random. And you could be quite particular about that if you want to. Probably could have been a bit more particular, but you're not really going to see it unless you're looking in there. But standing up on the table, it's just looking like that. Alright, let's get some bling. Oh, what bling are we going to use? Right, let me think about the bling. What have we got? Oh, we've got a whole lot of bling on the table. We've got this bling. I used that on the weekend. That's so pretty. Look at it. I'm ready to go with the reds. That is really pretty. We've got gold, but we've got a lot of gold going on already. I'm not sure we need more gold. These are enamel dot essentials. They're quite nice, the little black dots, aren't they? What have we got here? And then we've got adhesive black backed milky dots and opaque adhesive back gems. Oh, thanks, girls. What bling will we use? Any ideas? I've got this out, but this is from another set. This is from the adhesive backed studs. It goes with the motorbike set. So I'm thinking I'll keep that. I'm just trying to work out what colour this is. Hang on. Say the colours. I've got a feeling that looks like Night of Navy. It's not black. I thought it was black at first. But it's not black. It's blue. That's Night of Navy. Ooh. It's tricky, isn't it? Put it back in that way. Yeah, I don't think I'll do white. I'm not going to do blue. Don't think I'll use gold. Is there too much gold going on already? I'll put those away. Well, these ones are sort of milky gold. Let's see what these look like. Look at these. Really unusual. Love those blue ones. Let me just get them off. Whoop. Yeah, they might be too yellow. And then the other option, of course, is to get some black. Just black. Hang on, I've got some over here. Got the rest of the bling over here. Oh dear, getting tired now. Yawning. See, they're cute. Where's my black dots? I've got some black dots in here. Somewhere. Looking for them. Must be at the bottom of the packet. Matte black dots. And then we've got classic matte dots, but they're a lighter colour. No, I don't think I'll use those. Okay, oh dearie me. make a decision, won't we? Alright, I'm feeling like they're not right. That's the wrong colour. That rules them out. Put that up there. And let's try a few different things. Oh look, there's little moons on this one. I sort of feel like that's too much gold. Or is it? Tricky one. And then I could do a couple of dots. What about black dots? Anyone feeling black dots? Yeah, I feel like there's too much gold on there already. Okay, I think it's between the black dots and the red. The red might be too red, but it sort of picks up the red in there. And then there's these little ones that brings the green and the red together. Decisions. I'll just try a couple of these and see what we think. Get it to sit there without sticking it on. That's the trick. Don't stick it down. Oh, see, I like that too. I like both of them. Can we do both? I don't know. Does it look too bold? Let me just put that back for a second. I do like the black. I don't know. Let's just try this one first. If that's too big up there. Oh, where did that other one go? Oh, it's stuck on here, look at that. How did that happen? Look at them, they're nesting. Sticky little thing. Let's see what that one looks like. Oh. I'm just trying to sit in there so that they don't stick yet. I think that one might be too big. Maybe that one needs to go there. Oh, that's how I stuck it on before, isn't it? Just wondering whether to use one of the little red ones. Because it brings the colour in. What do we think? No, it's too red. Too red. See, this one's not quite as pinky as this one. Maybe we'll put that one over there. Shall I stick that one on? That might be better because that's got more sort of greeny colour in it. I think we'll do that. There we go, we're doing that. I hope that's alright. That one looks a bit big. I think it's alright. That's what's happening. exciting. Okie dokie. Well, that's it. Happy Sale-a-Bration. I hope you enjoyed your celebration as much as I did, because it's been a lot of fun. And don't forget, it finishes 28th of February. So grab your specials before the end of the month. Here's all my details. Post code for the month, and here's my little card. My little bits and pieces, so don't forget some of these things are still there. It's freebies when you spend $90 or $180, or both. So for every $90 you spend, you get to choose some. How exciting. Let me move that up a little bit. Make sure you're all in screen. And thank you all for joining me. And if you're watching later, welcome. And thank you for watching. I'll catch you next week. Ciao.